thought it was a great fight.
It
was a great fight.
You talking about with
You know, Canelo really was trying, couldn't get to him. You know, he looked a bit frustrated, but it was a great fight all around. Both guys.
I'm picking the win by decision coming in this fight. Watching Canelo, seeing his career, expected he wasn't going to get knocked out, especially by the smaller man.
I was right. I think I called it right, but I just said that he will edge it.
Yeah.
Nah, but he really showed out.
Yeah.
I was right, though.
The fight has just concluded and the boxing world is buzzing. After an intense battle between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, fans are still processing every punch, counter, and moment that could define careers. Experts are weighing in, reactions are pouring in, and the debate over skill, power, and legacy is hotter than ever.
For the first time, a Mexican sports figure with a guaranteed purse of at least $100 million. How do you feel about that?
No, you get the number wrong. The contract between us and Canelo, more than that.
In his forecast, former heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz was almost there, and his words stung much more once the dust had calmed. Before the battle, Ruiz thought Terence Crawford's odds were against him, while still admiring Crawford's danger. The battle demonstrated how correct he was. Ruiz had said this fight would be a spectacle. It absolutely delivered. Every round had that electric tension. Exactly the conflict of elite champions he promised. Any punch can change it.
It's just the weight jumps, you know?
The weight jump is a hell of a jump, man. That's not just a jump.
And
He's climbing a ladder. He's climbing a ladder, and some of the legs on the ladder ain't there for him to grab on. He just he got to jump over a ladder.
Kenny Porter's in comparison also proved to be quite precise. He already cautioned fans that leaping weight divisions is like climbing a ladder with misaligned steps, and witnessing Crawford battle to maintain balance against Canelo's relentless pressure could understand precisely what Porter meant. The battle turned out to be a masterclass in how size, power, and strategic discipline impact the top tier of boxing, as well as a skills demonstration. This was a night the sport will never forget, whether you supported Canelo or Crawford.
I think you would give Usyk the best fight because the size, like he's fighting the big guys. You have fast hands and you hit too hard.
Because everybody has a plan until they get in that ring, man, and it's different. Especially when they get in with me, they think it's gonna be an easy fight, and you know, you just can't criticize anybody from their last performance or their future performance. So every fight is different, every fighter is different, and just gotta do our best.
Long before fight night, Sean Porter had felt it. After the last bell, his instincts turned out to be significant. Leading up to the fight, Porter came away astonished by a champion whose confidence and mental acuity were clear after he met Terence Crawford. He claimed that attitude would be the ultimate determining element, and the show within the ring clearly demonstrated why he felt that way.
On what you saw and what you like.
You know, my thing when I watch fighters, I want to see what you're thinking. You know, I have the ability to actually look into your mind and see, you know, how that thing is turning, you know. He sparred the day that I went over there and saw him, and when he got out of the ring and we stood there and talked a while, he confirmed everything that I thought I was seeing, you know. So he's verging that peaking process. He's getting stronger, still loving it, which is, you know, to me, that's the biggest part of it. When you have a level of passion for something that passion is commanded of you.
Before the match, Dimitri Bivol praised Crawford's ability to climb weight classes with the sort of mental fortitude very few fighters possess, hence echoing those ideas. Fight night also saw that resiliency in full action. Bivol's prognosis on Crawford's attitude proved spot on, whether you give Crawford credit for driving Canelo to the limit or just appreciate how poised he remained versus the larger guy.
For him, how I saw him, mentality, he's strong mentally, yeah? And he won this fight from the core, how I see, and it gives him credit with this mentality and to get the power from 168.
Not only did Bivol share his thoughts on Crawford, but he also provided Canelo with some due respect. While he backs Crawford, he also emphasized that Canelo should never be overlooked. Bivol discussed Canelo's instincts. He is able to see the smallest opening, attack it, and finish the fight within a moment. That type of awesome power and unpredictability is what makes Canelo such a dangerous opponent, and Crawford, if he is going to win, must be cautious of that every second.
Sometimes if the person is scared, scary one in the troubles and you wanna beat him up, he could just throw one punch, and knock his opponent out. You should be careful, even if he's in this mental position.
Roy Jones Jr., one of the best to have ever fought, chimed in on Crawford's chances. His opinion is optimistic, but also cautious. He dismissed the weight difference as important in the fight, emphasizing skill over size. It will be determined by skill alone. Jones feels that Crawford has unique skill, range, and determination in the ring, which could provide problems for Canelo, assuming Crawford can absorb Canelo's devastating punching. While Jones is leaning toward Crawford, he acknowledges the fight is still competitive, given that Canelo's power and experience will likely be the deciding factor.
Hungry Crawford, Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain, loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not gonna always win them, but he always tries to give them to us. So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know. It'll all be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch.
After seeing the fight, David Benavidez reconfirmed the confidence he had pre-fight. Benavidez praised Crawford's ability to be calm and adjust round by round, and said the fight showed an elite skill set and fight IQ can exceed size and strength. This is not luck.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Earl Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. So I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make 168.
Manny Pacquiao took a more lenient approach just after the final bell. He congratulated both fighters, but recognized how difficult it was for Crawford to bring his speed along to a higher weight. You could see a couple of moments where the extra pounds made a difference, Pacquiao said, and held to the belief that Crawford's discipline and timing helped him equal that challenge. Whether he had him winning or not, Crawford proved he belongs at this level. That is not easy to do against someone with power like Canelo.
Canelo Crawford coming up September. What do you think about that fight?
Canelo Crawford. Good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in the higher weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. Like, he should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Just before that fight, Mike Tyson had expressed a level of caution about the fight, specifically around the weight difference between Crawford and Canelo. Tyson, a very blunt and candid speaker, didn't mince words, stating he didn't like the fight primarily because of the weight classes. In speaking about Crawford's last opponent at a higher weight, Israel Madrimov, who is awkward, Tyson stated it was difficult for Crawford to deal with the size of Madrimov, and if that's the case with a guy just coming up, he believes that Canelo will magnify those issues because he is a naturally bigger, stronger fighter who is a proven champion performer. Tyson stated that the weight gap could play an important and maybe decisive factor in the fight, and he worries that the fight might be harder for Crawford than many think.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know, and he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky.
Want to know.
Andre Ward, the renowned undefeated boxing champion, has fully supported Crawford. Ward provided one of the strongest endorsements of Crawford from a former champion. Andre Ward is an all-time great fighter who was supreme in boxing skill and strategic fighting. And Ward does not even blink because he is so confident confident that Crawford will meet the challenge. Ward pointed out that he hasn't seen anyone who can break Crawford's will. He highlighted Crawford's mental toughness, versatility, and ability to adapt to any style as key factors that give him an advantage over Canelo. Ward believes that Crawford's determination and resilience will be crucial in this fight, especially against someone like Canelo, who excels at controlling the tempo and dictating the pace.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
Abel Sanchez remained firmly in Canelo's corner, arguing that Canelo's size, strength, and experience would ultimately make the difference in the fight. Sanchez remarked how over the years, Canelo has fought bigger fighters, suggesting Crawford, even after weighing in at a higher weight, would be feeling the full weight of Canelo's power. For Sanchez, it was obvious that size and experience undoubtedly played an important role in the fight.
Similar, except Canelo doesn't get hit like Crawford gets hit. In my opinion, Canelo's a bigger man. Not that he started out as a bigger man, but he's now a bigger man. He has been hit by not only Gennady, who's one of the biggest punchers that a coach I've ever seen, but he's also been hit by Bivol, by Kovalev, who's a big puncher. You know, he's been hit by big guys. Crawford had a hard time with a 154-pounder who hit him often. So I think that no matter how much weight he puts on, no matter how smart he thinks he is or how big he thinks he is, he's going to be getting hit by a truck. And he's not used to it.
Timothy Bradley took a more humorous approach by implying Canelo has faced less difficult fighters before, compared to Crawford. While remaining humorous to maintain a lighter tone, Bradley gave Crawford credit for being good and competitive, while also recognizing that this fight pushed both men. He pointed out that the stark difference in style, size, and experience made the fight entertaining.
I'm biased. Canelo, I'm biased. I don't even want to don't listen to me. I'm just letting y'all know. Don't listen, I'm biased. But I'm just saying, Canelo couldn't catch that chicken. That chicken he was up against, how the hell you think you gonna catch Crawford? One of the best and most skillful fighters in the game. So, take that. All right, I'll see you later, big dog. I'm out.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you, brother.
In advance of this classic fight, Canelo was also given some caution from Coach Anthony, the famous boxing trainer and analyst, having made his name with keen technical breakdowns and fight strategies. He said that Crawford is a fighter who is coming into the spotlight quickly, and that he would rather operate by action than talk the talk. He commented that because his objective of this fight is to win and mount a limb in the boxing profession, he will be more inspired than ever to train hard. He even predicted that Crawford could actually inflict some real damage to Canelo and could pull off an upset.
Crawford's just going to run his way to victory. He is going to have to go into that pocket. He's going to have to go into that fire, and he's going to have to earn his respect if he thinks he's going to keep a guy like Canelo off. That shit is not going to happen. This ain't going to be Floyd Mayweather versus a drained Canelo. This is going to be a guy who's going to have to earn his respect through landing some real effective punches to let Canelo know, you thought I was the smaller guy, but I'm strong, I could fight. And that's what's gonna make that fight a totally different fight than the people who don't believe Crawford has a chance. That's what's gonna be the difference maker when Crawford lands some shit on Canelo.
Furthermore, Crawford's strength training is focused on endurance, lasting ability, core stability, and explosive movements. He combines body weight, lifting, and sprinting type of exercises to develop not only the strength to damage people, but also the endurance to keep going for the 12 rounds. A strong core assists him with the absorption of body shots, and strong legs help him with balance and to throw scoring punches. The objective of each workout is to prime him while he is tired. Whereas other fighters will start to slow down in the later rounds of a fight, he will be able to move forward as he still has control and strength.
That's because you good. Oh, that's because I'm an athlete. You should be able to do that. You play football.
Moving ahead, Shakur Stevenson also believes Crawford will prevail in this huge fight. Actually, he believes that Crawford will benefit from Canelo's style. He emphasized that he wants to have a repeat performance from Canelo. He also mentioned that he is super confident in himself. Instead of being overly concerned about the opponent, he believes it is about how prepared and skilled you are. He believes that Crawford's mindset would make him the victor in a fight such as this.
I had said I think that Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez right after he fought Sean Porter. So the idea, I've been thinking about it. I've been saying it before Bud even was saying it.
Why were you saying it then? Like that was what, a few years ago? Was he 160 or 168 at that point? But why did you believe then that was the right fight?
Because I just knew, like, as far as in that weight class, Terence Crawford is like the greatest. So I just feel as though with Canelo's style and like the style of boxing that he got.
Why do you think Crawford's going to beat him?
Because Crawford could find people to fight like Canelo, who's amazing. Canelo has just, oh my God, like he evolved. I saw how he evolved defensively and everything. I just don't think he's as fast as Crawford. And I think Crawford is just a little step ahead as far as movement is concerned. And so I think it's going to be Mayweather Canelo Part 2. That's what I think.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez has concluded, and fans have been going wild everywhere. From bell to bell, we are treated to sheer skill, heart, and championship caliber. Who impressed you the most tonight? Crawford's adjustments, Canelo's power, or something else entirely? Did the result match your prediction, or did this fight shock you in a big way? If you were in the corner of the winner, who would you call out next? And what should the runner-up do to bounce back? Let's get a real conversation going in the comments. Your opinions keep this community alive, and we read every single one. If you enjoyed our live coverage and post-fight breakdown, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives, interviews, and behind-the-scenes stories from the boxing world. Thanks for watching.